Thank you so much for joining me. And today wanted to explore in the hips and give them some love and some space. So we'll do a short flow today and we'll hang out in the hip area and just add some extra exhale, add some intention and awareness there as well. So we can move forward with our day with a little bit more freedom and space. So close your eyes down. And for a few rounds of breath, we're just noticing the breath. Don't do anything to change it or to fix it or to manage it. Just observe. And just by bringing our awareness and observation to a certain area, we come into the present moment, especially when we're bringing it to the breath, because the breath is only happening right now. One more inhale. Full exhale. Beautiful. And to begin, let's take the soles of the feet together. Grab the ankles. Your heels can be close in, they can maybe be far out, whichever feels good for you. Push down through your sit bones, lift up through the crown of the head, and we're just going to fold forward here. I like to take the head in the hands. You can use a block, a bolster, anything, just for a few rounds of breath here. Just getting a little external rotation. And maybe you move your head side to side, get a little sway. And slowly roll up, cross the legs, roll over the knees. And we're going to go right into downward dog. So tuck the toes and push the hips up and back. Bend one knee and then the other. So lots of exploration here. Maybe you bring the feet really wide on the mat and the hands really wide, just moving side to side. And then bring the feet hips distance apart. We're going to pick up the right leg. So tripod down dog. Bend the knee and then open the hip. Really press through the hands. Open both hips. So if you can imagine that you could externally rotate the tops of both of your thighs. So bringing awareness to the tops of both of your thighs and externally rotate both sides. And bring that leg down. Let's try it again. Other side. Left leg lifts up. Tripod down dog. Bend the knee and open both hips. So externally rotating the tops of both thighs. Maybe bend the standing leg here. So bend the right leg and imagine externally rotating the top of the right thigh. Beautiful. And lay the left foot back down. Maybe another little wiggle. And step the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Send the sit bones back as the crown of the head reaches forward, and exhale, fold. Once more like that. Inhale, reach crown and the tail, opposite sides, opposite directions, and fold down. Let's take a big step back with the right foot. Bring the back knee down. Press down through the knee and the front foot as we lift up. Anjaneyasana, arms lift up. Beautiful. And exhale, plant the hands, shift the hips back as you fold forward. Ardha Hanumanasana. Pull the toes back. Feel the back of the hamstring light up. Inhale, come forward. Anjaneyasana, arms lift. Continue to press down through the front foot. And exhale, plant the hands, shift back. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Beautiful. Once more. Inhale, come forward, arms lift up, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, hands go down on the inside of the left foot. Begin to sink the hips down into lizard pose. You can turn the left toes out just slightly, see what that feels like. And find a little bit of movement side to side. Some of you may like to come down to your elbows. Maybe you walk the hands out a little bit more. And bring awareness to the sensation. Like we brought awareness to the breath. It doesn't mean that we're doing anything different. We're just watching, observing. Do the same on the left hip here. And then pull back at the left hip crease and see how that changes things. Just an exploration. And plant the hands. Pick up the back knee. We're going to step back, downward facing dog. Begin to shift the feet towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. This time, big step back with the left foot. Plant the back knee down. Press down through the knee and the right foot as you lift up Anjaneyasana. Heart open, gaze slightly up, and exhale. Plant the hands as the hips shift back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Bring the toes back with you. Flex the foot. Inhale, shift forward. Open the heart, lift the arms. And exhale, plant the hands as you shift back. Bring the toes with you. Exhale. Once more. Inhale, shift forward. Arms lift. Anjaneyasana. Pull the belly to the spine just a little bit. And exhale, hands come down on the inside of the left foot. Maybe you walk, right foot, sorry. Maybe you walk the right foot out to the corner of the mat just slightly. And begin to shift the weight around. Maybe you do little circles or just shift the weight. I like to turn the right toes out just slightly. Really changes up the sensation. And then pull back on the right hip crease. And then observe. You can observe and explore at the same time. Breath. One more inhale. And exhale. And shift back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Imagine opening both thighs at the top. And we'll switch it up here a little bit. Let's bring the left forearm down to the ground. Bend the left knee as well. And then walk the right hand towards the corner of the mat and really press down there. So you can play around with the bend of the left knee and continuing to open both tops of the hips. And just see what you find here. It's a weird position. I kind of like to straighten the left leg and then bend it again, just feeling the different sensations and play with rolling the hip, making circles. And then next, inhale, tripod down dog, both arms straighten. And exhale, step through in between the hands. All right, listen up. We're going to shift into Skandasana. So we're going to turn towards the left and we're in Skandasana. Skandasana, you can keep the hips up here. Or you can bring the hips down, see what feels good in your body today. Maybe bring the arms out. Take the right hand down. Left arm comes up and reaches over. So some different options here. You can stay right here. You can take the left hand around the back. Maybe the back of the hand comes to the sacrum. Maybe you reach all the way to the inner right thigh. Notice what's going on with the left leg. Give it a look. See if you're hyperextending the left knee. I like to press down extra into the heel, so that keeps a soft bend in the left knee. Skandasana, back of the mat. So maybe hands, maybe no hands as you move there. Sink the hips down. Maybe the hands go wide. Plant the left hand. Right arm reaches up, kind of rotate the heart open. Or you can reach the right hand behind the back and see how that works out. We're getting a little shoulder opener here as well. Press the top of the left arm and the left knee into one another. See how that shifts things? Wide leg forward fold. So the hips are going to come up, the toes will come in, heels will go out just slightly as you fold forward. Let's walk the hands out in front. Inhale, wave the spine forward, lengthen the neck, lengthen the heart, and exhale, forward fold. Once more like this. Inhale, reach, find length, and exhale, fold down. So the hips are coming back as if we're going to lean all the way back. And then as if somebody's reaching your fingers forward as well. So getting lots of length here. And begin to walk the hands in. Heel toe with the legs. Sink the hips down, Malasana Squat. Hands come together, knees pressing into the upper arms pressing back. And notice even the feet here. Lift the arches, press down through the pinky toe side edge of the foot. And plant the hands, forward fold. So begin to walk the feet in as you fold. Steady breath. And we'll turn into a downward facing dog. Let's wave forward, wave the spine forward. Exhale, come all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog, whatever feels good. And exhale, child's pose. One round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. I'm going to switch sides just so that we're on the same camera angle here, but you stay where you are. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So left leg lifts. Bend the knee and open the hip. So you can stay like this, or if you want to go deeper in this exploration, you can plant the right forearm down to reach the left hand towards the corner of the mat. You're opening up the tops of both thighs and then play with bending the right knee and straightening. You can take big circles with the left hip. This definitely is a strange pose, but so much you can kind of find in here, get in the nooks and crannies. And find your way to tripod down dog. Inhale. Exhale. We step all the way through, top of the mat. Take the left hand on the inside. We turn into Skandasana. Again, find the way that you want to create this pose. And you can stay up. So you can take it more like this or come down. Reach the left arm out in front and towards the side. Right arm reaches up. Maybe behind, maybe take a bind option. You can also take the hand behind the head, press the head back into the hand, and just kind of use that as a way to help twist the heart towards the sky. And let's switch. Skandasana, back of the mat, however you'd like to get there. Sinking. Right arm comes in front of the right thigh. Hands plant. Left arm comes up. You can stay here. Take the hand behind the back. Take the hand behind the head. Or any other variation you'd like to try. And steady breath. One more big inhale. And exhale. We're going to move into cottage pose. So bring the hips to the center. This time we're going to turn the heels out. Turn the heels in, the toes out. Sink the hips down. Hands can come on the knees, and we're just going to shift side to side. And then exhale. Bend elbows, right shoulder comes down, hips sink. Oh gosh, so good. Inhale, center, and exhale, left shoulder drops. Long inhale, longer exhale. Right shoulder comes down. Once more. Got a twist pop there too. Inhale, exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, center, and exhale, turn the toes in. Plant the hands. We'll toe heel, till about a little bit wider than hips distance. We're going to come back into Malasana Squat. The forearms press into the knees and knees press right back into the forearms. Some wiggles here. This time imagine letting the tailbone be really heavy as the back of the neck and the crown of the head reach out. So finding lots of length there. Even some space between the ribs and the hips. One more inhale. And exhale, release. And we're going to come all the way down. We're going to take double pigeon. So rather than taking the traditional pigeon, we're going to take double pigeon sitting on our bootay. Let's try this. Let's start with the left shin out in front. And we're going to bring the right heel over the left knee. So then the right knee will be over the left heel. Absolutely normal to have a gap. This is also absolutely normal if you're like this as well. Also absolutely normal to extend the left leg out if you find some more freedom here. We don't want to be too curled in, so we want to have freedom in the torso as well, so you can play around with where feels sustainable, somewhere that you can stay for several rounds of breath, but that you can stay and breathe and like be. So yes, we will come up against some intensity and discomfort, but it's like finding that sustainable edge. It's also normal to just fold forward or to want to take a twist. So we all come in such different bodies. I was just having a conversation earlier about, well, what's the right way to do this pose? And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, there isn't. It's different in every body. So we're looking more for sensation than shape. We'll let you all feel this for about five more rounds of breath. Let's just marinate here. Slowly, we're going to shift the hips back, plant the hands behind the hips, and take the soles of the feet onto the ground. I'm just going to wiggle, windshield wiper, the knees back and forth. And we'll switch sides. So the right leg will be parallel, the shin will be parallel to the top of the mat, and we'll bring, is that the same side? The left leg over, I think it is. Nope, now I've forgotten. Do the other side. Even the teachers get it mixed up. Yeah, there we go. Another thing that can be helpful is if you grab your booty and pull it out a little bit. That'll help your pelvis set forward just slightly. It'll be very different on each side. That is absolutely par for course. Another tip, see how my foot's kind of sickling in like this, like it's turning in? If I move it over just a little bit more, that'll stay neutral. So a good tip is to imagine you're going to put on a flip-flop. So I could like put on a shoe here. That kind of helps that stay neutral. So anywhere you want to be, again, moving forward, folding forward, taking a twist, or just chilling and observing. Two more rounds of breath. And slowly sit back on the hips. Take the hands behind. You can extend the legs long, and this time we'll kind of bounce them out. And then just the way that we began, the first pose that we went into, come into butterfly or diamond with the feet together, the knees wide. And we'll just fold forward once more, just kind of noticing space. So there's so many ways to kind of work on a certain part of the body. So today we did some flow. We did a couple poses where we stayed a bit. So good to have both the movement and the stillness, both really medicinal in different ways. And come up. We'll do one more. This is just popped into my head. So we're going to cradle our leg like a baby. How about that? You can bring the left leg up and bring the hands underneath. Or you can think about it as like a shovel as well. Is that what I'm thinking of? Thinking of like a tractor attachment that goes underneath. So I notice how my back rounded. I'm going to roll my shoulder blades back, bring the heart forward as I pull the leg towards my chest, and I press the leg into my arms. So my arms are pushing the leg towards my chest. My leg is pushing into my hands. Can you feel that? Pressing down through the sit bones, lifting through the crown of the head. Extend the bottom leg. You could do the whole thing like this if you'd like. We can do the standing. If you've done standing pigeon with me, this is it. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Drop the left foot over the right leg. We'll just take a twist. Pull the leg in towards the chest with the arm. And same idea of pressing the leg back towards the arm. So it's that equal opposition. Lots of compression going. It activates things. Let's switch sides. So you can have the left leg bent, curled in, or you can just go ahead and lengthen it from here. And then you can kind of cradle the baby, is what I hear sometimes, or you can kind of pick it up like a tractor attachment. I don't know if that resonates with anyone. So pull, with your arms, pull the leg in towards the chest. The leg presses into the arms. So notice how much you're rounding here. So I'm rounding quite a bit. So I'm going to roll the shoulder blades back, press down through the sit bones. So this looks quite different for me on this side. So it's much more about the activation than what it looks like. You know if you're feeling it. And then slowly just guide the leg down, sole the feet down, twist towards the right. Press down through the sit bones, lift through the crown of the head. Again, arm pulling leg into chest, leg pushing back into arm. One more inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And just come back into a seated pose. If you'd like to spiral the spine for a moment. And let's just take 3 rounds of breath together. Noticing any space that you've created, any energy shift that's happened, anything. Just noticing, observing, and thanking ourselves for showing up. This is often the hardest part, is just getting on the mat. So you've won the day, regardless of what part of it that you're in. Giving ourselves a gift here. Just noticing the breath go in and out. Thanking our body. Thanking this practice. And bring the hands together, thumbs in between the eyebrows, and we bow forward to seal our practice. And together we say namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you found some more space from this practice. Again, my name's Cole Chance. If you want to dive into longer classes with me, Om Yoga Tribe is my membership platform where I have hour-long classes that come out every month, and also doing some online teacher trainings coming up. So check that out. Links in the bio and the description. Other than that, I'll see you next time here on your mat, and feel free to write a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like more of. So I'll see you next time. Ciao.